Hello, this is a lesson on adding three-digit numbers. We're going to be looking at two different strategies for adding two-digit numbers. One you might have seen before and might be a little bit unfamiliar, but you'll choose which one works best for you. Okay, so let's look at and explore first. So you're going to try and use the strategies that maybe you already know. So it says Sarah uses two sets of building blocks together. One box has 147 blocks and the other has 178 blocks. How many pieces does she have altogether? So when you see the words altogether in a problem, that always means that you are going to add. Okay, there are certain words that you look at when adding, and altogether is one of them. So please pause the video, add the two numbers together in whatever strategy you know how, then play the video again and we'll go through it. Okay, so you should be finished. And this is what one way that you may have added the numbers together. So you may have written one number on top of the other, and then maybe you worked from right to left. This is the one and only way that I was taught. I'm going to teach you two ways. So 8 plus 8 is 16. And then 7 plus 1 is 8, and then plus 4 would be 12, and then 3. So Sarah has 326. Oops, I switched that C and E. Pieces all together. Remember, you always answer a problem in the form of a sentence. Alright, so here is a problem that we're going to use, and we're going to use this problem for both strategies so that you can see sort of the similarities and differences between the two. Okay, so it says one jigsaw puzzle has 357 pieces, another puzzle has 275 pieces. How many pieces are there altogether? Oh look, there's that altogether again. So let's look at, excuse me. Let's look at a strategy that maybe you didn't see before, and it's called adding from left to right. So it's sort of the opposite of what we did above. Okay, so I've got the steps written here, and we're going to do it in the space, but it says write the smaller number under the larger number, making sure the place values line up. So the ones places need to be lined up, the tens, the hundreds. If you don't line it up, you're going to have a lot of trouble getting the right answer. Okay, so we've got 357 and 275. Not sure I'm going to have enough room for this, but I'll just write small. So that's the first step. Then look at the first digits in each number. The hundreds place, blah, this is the hundreds place, and add the two numbers together, write the sum below the equal line, and put zeros in the tens and ones places. So basically we're covering up this part, and then we're just looking at the 3 and the 2. So 2 plus 3, that's 5, and then you put zeros here. Okay, then you look at the tens place, and that's what it says down here. Look at the tens place, and you think, okay, 7 plus 5. What is 7 plus 5? We're going to have a 0 in the ones place because we're not there yet. But 7 plus 5 is 13. No, that's not 13, it's 12. And then, so I'd write 12 beside. Nothing can go in the ones place. It has to go here and then over. And then again, 7 plus 5 is 12. And now we can put it in the tens place, or in the ones place. So the smallest digit for each row goes in the spot. So in this place, the smallest digit is the 2 in the 12, and it goes in the ones place. In this case, the smallest digit again is the 2. It goes in the tens place, because that's what we're adding together. Okay, and then the last thing that you do is add all of these together. So we've got 6 here, and 3 here, and 2 here. So that means that my answer is 632. Okay, so that's the one strategy, and it's okay if you don't want to use that strategy, but for some people it might make more sense, okay? For a lot of you, this one might make more sense though, and that's okay too. So it's the one that I showed you above, and it's adding from right to left. So from the smallest number to the largest number. So again, the first thing that you need to do is write the numbers. Larger one on top, smaller one on the bottom. And then you start adding from right to left here. So 7 plus 5 is 12. And then you carry the 1. See what I did there? I sort of automatically did it. But so there's a 1 here because it's 12. Okay, so this is the difference. Over here, in this same step, we put the 12 here and then added it. In here, we put the 1 up here, and then we need to add it to our answer. So in the tens place, we've got 5, 6, and then add 7, that's now 13 instead of 12, because we have this. And we have 13, which is another 2-digit number. So the larger of the numbers go there, and here goes, so there's 13. And then we do the same thing again. 3 plus 1 is 4, plus 2 is 6. So again, we've got 632. So how many pieces are all together? 632 pieces. Wait, we should put there are. There we go. Pieces all together. Okay, so those are the two strategies. What you need to do now is flip over the paper and practice the two strategies. I understand that maybe you haven't seen this one before and you just don't want to use it, but for this, for the back of the page, when it says to use adding from left to right, then please try it and practice it so that you're familiar with it, even if you like it less after, okay? So pause now and then we'll go through after. Okay, so you should be finished. And so we're going to go from adding left to right, the two examples here first. So we've got 6, 8, 4, and 4, 3, 2. Okay, so we did our first step. Just gonna do that, there we go. Okay, and then we're gonna start on the left, and 6 plus 4 is 10. There's definitely zeros in these two places. 6 plus 4 is 10, so the 0 goes underneath the 6 and the 4, and the 1 gets carried over to the other side. Then we're going to go 8 plus 3, so there's definitely a 0 there. 8 plus 3 is 11, so there's a 1 there and a 1 there. Notice how this one went into the hundreds place. And then we're going to add 4 plus 2, said the answer, 6. And then we just add these all together. So if carrying over with the other strategy confuses you, then this would be what you could do instead. Okay, let's do the other one. So 751 is larger than 156. We'll put the larger number on top. This is important when you are subtracting more than adding, but it's a good habit to get into. Okay, so we've got 7 plus 1. We definitely have zeros in these two spots. That's 8. Then we're going to go 5 plus 5. We definitely have a 0 here. And we've got 10. This 1 goes directly under the 8. We'll add it to the 8 later. And then 6 plus 1 is 7. So we add these together. We've got 7 and 0 and 9. So 907 is our answer for that one. Okay, so it might look like it's more work, but it actually makes it sometimes easier to add after. So that's the benefit of this one. Next, we're going to go adding from right to left. So we're going to write the larger number first. And then we're going to add them together, carrying when we need to. So 5 plus 1 is 6. 8 plus 3 is 11. Seems oddly familiar. 7 plus 1 is 8, and plus 2 is 10. Oh, maybe not. Okay, so 1016 would be our answer for that one. And then we've got 792. Oh, yes, I'm doing the wrong color here. And 344. Notice how I've got all of my digits lined up. And then, so 4 plus 2 is 6. 9 plus 4 is 13, so I need to carry my 1 and put my 3 down here. Then 7 plus 3 is 10, plus 1 is 11. So I've got 1,136 for an answer for that one. Okay, your assignment is already written on your page. It's page 53, 54. Number 1, 2, 3, 6, and 7.